Hello, good people. Welcome back to Ella Marie TV. I am so thrilled to bring you this interview in Dovetail Studios. You can't see them, but there's a bunch of dancers over here waiting for their callbacks. We hope they get it. We're so excited for them. And I'm here with Zhané.
Hi, everyone.
So I'm super excited to be interviewing her about her dance career and how she got into it. I am absolutely obsessed with her moves. I have lived vicariously through her in doing all of my dance things. If I could be a dancer, I would. I'm clearly not. It's a whole thing in the community. But yeah, welcome. Yeah, I'm so happy to have you. So why don't you tell us about your background? Have you always been dancing? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I actually started professionally dancing when I was in college. Of course, I was dancing all my life, I was out of the womb, just not pop locking. But in college, I did a lot of collegiate hip hop teams. I also created a K-pop team in college. It was called EKC. It's still going. I'm not there anymore, but it's still going, so that's great. So basically, I was a part of Primo Dance Troupe. I was a part of Evo Dance Troupe. And then I eventually joined Peacemakers, which is part of the Puzzle League's training group. And then I did it for about 2 years. And then I moved on to create Mint, which is my K-pop dance team that I made on my own that's separate from my college team. And we've been going since 2016, going strong. And now I'm currently on another hip hop team, which is Coda.
Yes. And I think we were talking about this before, but I think we met through Clubhouse, probably through the K-pop scene or something like that. Yeah. But I've seen all of your Mint videos and then of course your reels that you've done, and just your flow is just so amazing. And I just really love how, I swear, dancers have a different DNA. You all just move differently. I think actually there's been a study that's dancers have different DNA because you all just move differently. Cool. So I wonder if you could tell us what does dance or movement mean to you?
Well, I like the question. For me, dance is really my life. I feel like without dance, I would live a boring life. It's just with movement and dancing, I just feel like I can express myself and really just show how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling sad, I can express that, in my moves. If I'm feeling happy, I can just dance big, loud. So it's just a great form of expression. Because sometimes we can't communicate things in words and we can't communicate it through writing. So do it visually through body language and dance. So that's why it's really important to me.
Yeah. You see, we're using our little microphone just so we can have official sound and capture all that. But yeah, I think that's so true. I think you really capture and embody a lot of different emotions. And it's interesting because I've talked to a lot of artists about how they embody music or things like that. So I have a friend who's a guitarist and he embodies it through that, right? And you embody it through dance. So I just love talking to folks that are really passionate about that and really you can see it in multiple ways. So I wonder if you could tell us who inspires you as a dancer.
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of inspirations. Well, of course, I'm really into K-pop. So I would say my biggest K-pop dance inspiration is Jimin from BTS. Also Kai from EXO, just because they kind of have the same similar style. They're really I have no contemporary background, but they're contemporary based, and then they kind of not overcame. They kind of started to do more hip hop, so you can see the blend of the two, and I really like that. It makes them really flowy and very poppy, and I'm I want to be that. So they're my biggest dance inspirations as far as K-pop. But as far as hip hop, I grew up watching a lot of Brian Puspos. That man, I just love the sexy, technical, flowy vibe that he has. But yeah, and also Paris Gobel. Oh my god. I literally I just love her vibe. She has such a confidence that I'm trying to embody, and I would love to meet her one day because she's queen. I would love that.
Meet you because
Yes.
Oh my god, I absolutely love Paris. And I've been following her since like my Big Bang days. That is so amazing. Yeah, we love Paris. I
Mhm.
also love Kai. Like he's so talented. Didn't he? Was he ballet trained? Was that what it was?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So a
yeah,
couple of them have been like ballet trained. So
yeah.
segues really nicely. I also love K-pop. Used to be really big into it when I was in like college, and then I kind of actually fell out when BTS debuted in
Oh,
Korea.
interesting.
That was when I sort of like didn't I like BAP was getting big and then BTS was
Mhm.
getting big and then I was kind of like, oh, I gotta kind of dip out for a little bit. Now I'm back a little bit. NCT,
Mhm.
love them. I'm trying to think of who else I really love. Like I was just listening to TXT on my way
Nice.
here. But yeah, I think like, how did you get into K-pop? Like, what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
Let us know.
How did I get into K-pop? It started in high school. My friend, I believe they showed me like a video of Big Bang,
Yes.
Fantastic Baby, and I was hooked. I looked at that, and then I also just got into YouTube, and I started searching more. So like my day one groups were like Big Bang, You Kiss,
Yes, yes.
Beast when they were
Okay, so
Beast.
you were good with
Yeah,
second generation.
yeah, second generation. But yeah, and then it's crazy because ever since then, like I just been like really interested and kept going. But all the people that were like trying to get me interested are not listening to it anymore. But yeah, definitely K-pop has taken over my life now. So yeah.
I think it has a tendency to do that. I don't know. I was like consumed by it. I remember so my first, I have a video about this, but like my first introduction to it was I was an RA and there was somebody who lived on my floor who's like, have you ever heard of K-pop? And I was like, no, like what's K-pop? And he showed me Sorry Sorry and Sorry Sorry by Super Junior, G by Girls' Generation. And I just
Yeah.
lost it.
Yeah.
And I was up till like 3 a.m. And I, because YouTube was like doing the algorithm thing, I ended up on Big Bang and I was like, this is my group.
Yeah.
So like my ultimate group forever and always is probably Big Bang. But like right after is like Shiny.
Oh yeah, Shiny. Oh my gosh, how could I forget?
How can we forget Shiny?
Literally,
Like,
oh my gosh, my kings.
like oh my gosh,
Yeah.
obsessed. Okay, so I wanted to see if we could maybe do a quick little dance to one of these dancers that we've talked about. So yeah, I don't know if you wanna
Sure.
you wanna try that? Okay. I don't even know.
Okay.
The easiest part.
The easy part. Got you. Okay. So we'll just start at the body rolling section. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you're going to start like this. So you're gonna have your right leg and you're gonna kind of like bend that. Yes, correct. As you do that, you're going to the motion is pretty much just going stepping on your toe. Yeah, stepping on your toe. Perfect. And as you do that, you're gonna rotate all the way to the front. So it's gonna look like this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. You got this. You got this. Okay, so we got 5, 6, 7. Slow. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Perfect. That's good. So because it is Kai,
Yes.
you gotta be very sexy. Okay.
Sexy and ballet.
Yeah. So it's really now that you have this, you have to add that body roll. You know, right there in the core. Yeah. So really use your core and kind of like let it go. Yeah. Now let's try to bring that all the way to the front. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Yes. I love it. Go. All right, let's add on. So after you're here, this one's kind of tricky, but he basically like slides on his toe, like this, like that, like a slide, and you're going to like it's only like one, like you're almost there. So basically you're gonna go 1, 2. So you're just bouncing off. Okay. So sliding or push to go back. Yeah, yeah. So ta ta ta.
Wait, you from slide though. Okay.
1. Oh, sorry, I lost my balance. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, yeah, you got it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Da, 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 da. So basically, it's like I'm kicking out with my hand follows. So and then I step down with my right. Yes, correct. That's perfect. So we slide. Yeah. Yeah. And kind of adds like a head to the slide, so like, to make it like, you know, expressive. So we're adding all of this. Yes. So from the top. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and then slide. Yeah.
So much respect for dancing. It's like you all like put all these parts together.
You got it. It's like you're almost done. Literally, a few more steps. Okay. So we did the slide, ba, ba, ba. I'm actually gonna start with the stuff. So we did the slide, step and close. Now you're gonna go left, right. Bring this up, down.
That's that mirroring thing, right?
Yeah. Da, da, da. And then you're just going to go left, right, left, right.
I think that's the thing I try to like watch feet and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And y'all use
So
feet a lot.
it's mainly your hip. So basically, your hip is just gonna go up and then swerve to the other side, right? Swerve to the other side, left. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Start left, right, up.
Like when you're trying to like check it.
After that, you're just going to have your feet like this.
Okay, I
And
could
then
have
you're gonna
rejected
go
it too,
hip
so
left,
that way.
hip right,
Yeah.
hip left, hip right. That's it. Yeah. You just vibe out the rest of the song. That's it. So from the top.
What do they do?
We're gonna go. They actually do this. He actually does this 4 times. So you're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slide, step and
It says I'm
kick,
checked in.
left, right, up, and
Like,
left,
checked in.
right,
Yeah.
left, right, almost left. Yeah, yeah. Just remember to like have your feet kind of like this. Yeah, yeah. No, there you go. I think you got it. Let's try it slow.
What's going on? Like, we're doing like a lot of money.
Slide.
We do a lot of money.
Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide. Tap, tap, tap. Left. Yeah, right. And right. And I said.
Okay, so a little warm because we just danced. We just recorded the dance portion. Thank you for teaching me.
That was fun. You did a great job.
I am one day when I reincarnate or rebirth, I will be a dancer. But yeah, so I wanted to talk to you about like manifestation or like who do you want to work with? Like what dancers are you really excited to work with in the future? I mean, we know we talked about Paris, we talked about Brian.
Yeah.
There's that whole world of dance crew, but like who do you want to work with? Like who are you going to record with?
Yeah. Ideally, I guess like I would love to work with my favorite K-pop groups. I would love to be a background dancer for any of them. Really, these days I've been really into ATs. And of course BTS. Like I have friends that actually danced for BTS when they came to Chicago. And I was like looking at them like, wow, that's my dream. I want to be up there one day with them. So that's for sure. I also really like Everglow. So I would love to do that. Or Chungha or Sunmi. Like everybody literally like the queens of K-pop. I would love to.
Started on Boa. I'm sorry. That was
No, because not me freaking out, but I would love for Boa. All of the queens. And besides K-pop, I actually really like Leah Kim too.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I would love to take a class from her. I would love to go to 1 million and take all those classes. That's definitely a goal of mine.
Oh my gosh, that throws me back. Like Amy from 1 million. She used to be at 1 million. Or no, 1 million's in Korea, but I'm thinking of the one that's here in LA.
Millennium.
Millennium.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
I want to go to
She was
Millennium
like
too.
she was a dancer with Big Bang for a
Oh
long time. I
my
think Amy was her name. And I remember being like, I want to go to Millennium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do. Yeah, I want to do all. There's so many things I want to do. I want to meet people. I want to work with people. I also, I guess, like for people who aren't necessarily K-pop, I really want to work with Lizzo.
Yeah.
I did apply for her,
the
like the Big Girls Dance thing. I didn't make it, but I just really hope she does it again because I really would love. That's my dream. Like,
we gonna get you with Lizzo. We can get you. With Leah,
oh
we
my
can get you with everybody.
gosh. Yeah, but yeah, like I can't even think because there's like so many people. But for the most part, that's yeah.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely obsessed. We gonna get Lizzo. We gonna get all those people you just mentioned. We for sure gonna get Paris. I'm gonna be with you when you talk to Paris. When you dance with Paris, I better be there.
For sure.
And I think like also what I really appreciate is you're like a Black woman representing in this area, right? And so I wonder if that's like something that you think about or like something that like occurs. You know, dance is universal and all those different things, but I think it's really important to acknowledge like Black women doing this type of stuff. So I don't know if you have any thoughts about that.
Yeah. So as a Black woman, I do feel it is a very important for me personally, to just kind of be that representation for younger or even older or people who are my age who also have the dream of wanting to dance or to work with other artists or just to be creative. So I do take pride in being able to do what I'm able to do and being able to share it with everyone so that they can also be inspired and do it as well. I want them to know that you can dance no matter like who you are and what you look like and whatever your abilities are, you can still do it. I do feel like it is very hard to be a Black woman as a dancer, especially being a plus size one. Like that's another layer. I feel like I have to work 10 times harder compared to someone who is not of my skin color or not of my size. Especially when I am surrounded around people who do not look like me. So I feel like I always try to find that balance between am I taking too much space? Should I take more space? So it's always that fight that happens, but I always tell myself to just take up the space. Take up the space. Honestly, just I feel like the best advice I could give is to just even tell myself to just be myself. Be yourself. And things are just gonna flow and they're just gonna go the way they're meant to be. And it's just best to just not care what other people think and just keep doing what you love. So yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Yes, take up all the space. Black women, big Black women, all of that. We out here. Okay. But yeah, definitely love that. And I think you just do it so beautifully. So I really admire that. And yeah, I will keep rooting for you and all of those different things. So I always end with like a this or that question. So I'm going to ask the one that I've been asking a lot this season, which is, do you like the mountains or the ocean?
The mountains or the ocean. My favorite member from ATEEZ is San, and San means mountain in Korean. But I also don't know how to swim. But oceans are really nice to look at. So
All good points.
I'm going to say ocean because I really like ocean sounds when I go to sleep.
And your like body waves.
And body wave. Oh my gosh, yeah. I like being wavy.
Yes.
So
thank you so much. This has been so wonderful.
it was great. Thank
Yes,
you so much for having
and
me.
Yes, hope you all stay tuned for more from Zhané.
Yay, thank you.